Okay, let's continue talking about Chapter 16 today. Last time we talked about caffeine as a stimulant. Can you name a beverage that contains caffeine? Think of one that helps you stay awake, like soda, coffee, or Red Bull, right? Tea? Today we begin our deep dive into tea, a caffeinated beverage. Fun fact, tea is the second most consumed beverage in the world, right after water. That makes it incredibly important, not just culturally, but economically and agriculturally as well. Here's what we'll cover today. First, what tea actually is, then the plant it comes from, and finally, why tea is such a significant beverage worldwide. So what is tea? Well, it's actually a plant and a beverage made from the same plant. The scientific name for the tea plant is Camellia sinensis. The drink is what we call an infusion, meaning hot water is poured over the plant material, which is usually leaves, to extract flavor and chemical compounds. You may have heard of herbal tea. That is made with flowers and leaves from other plants besides Camellia sinensis. Tea plants grow well in the countries of Tibet, India, and China, and like high altitudes with cool air and moisture. Tea grows more slowly that way and helps it to develop more complex flavors. This is a photo of a tea plantation. If left to grow naturally, the trees get really tall, up to 25 feet. Instead, on a plantation, tea plants are kept pruned to encourage shrubby growth. Keeping the plant small makes it easier to pluck them by hand. The best quality tea is made from the bud and the top 2 leaves of each branch. That's the part of the plant with the best flavor and chemical composition. Plucking encourages new growth every 1 to 2 weeks. Tea leaves are dried outdoors in large boxes. The air and sunlight dries the leaves and causes them to oxidize and become brown and shriveled. The dried leaves are soaked in hot water to make the drink, as you know. It's called tea. One of the chemicals in the leaves that seeps into the drink is caffeine, a neurostimulant that we discussed in the last lecture. One plant actually can make many kinds of tea. All true teas come from the same plant, Camellia sinensis. What makes them different is how the leaves are processed after they're picked. That's what gives us white, green, oolong, and black tea. Let's start with white tea. White tea comes from the leaf buds and young leaves that are covered with tiny white hairs. That's why it's called white tea. Leaves are withered by exposing them to hot air for 12 to 24 hours. The leaves are left to dry, and the final tea drink is a pale yellow color. Next, we have green tea. Traditionally in China, leaves are steamed, rolled, and dried in a hot wok. Green tea contains antioxidants to prevent cancer. I've actually seen green tea used in sunscreen to prevent skin cancer. Then we have oolong tea. The leaves are withered and then allowed to partially ferment. During fermentation, the leaves are spread out in a cool, humid room. They become a greenish-brown color. Leaves are dried and sold as loose tea or the small pieces put into tea bags. Do you have a preference for loose leaf tea or tea bags? And finally, black tea. That's the longest fermentation of all the teas. The leaves become a black color after they're dried, and the tea is a really dark brown color. All around the world, people prepare tea in different ways, unique to their culture. Here's some examples. In Britain, high tea is an afternoon light meal, and the tea is served with cream. In Russia, tea is served with a slice of lemon. In Japan, they perform a ceremony where matcha tea is whipped. In India, they make chai tea, which is a mixture of black tea, water, milk, and spices. And here in the USA, we like iced tea, especially in the South. It's a popular summertime drink. Are you maybe not a big fan of tea? Don't worry. In our next video, we will talk about coffee.